Now, you might think that this is going to be kind of an anti-mining rant, mainly centered around the Rock DS. And it's not specifically an anti-mining rant. I realize that mining is one of the few careers in Star Citizen that actually works. So, of course, CIG has kind of put a lot of weight behind it because they have something that more or less works that earns players a lot of money in games. So they're going to invest in that career. And the Rock DS represents the latest version of that investment. Now, I realize that the Rock DS is not specifically made for me. That there is a whole, swath of people within the Star Citizen community that love mining, that think mining is great. And that is fine. And they'll look at the Rock DS and they will be celebrating. And while you think you should be celebrating, I'm here to tell you that you shouldn't be. That this is not what you want. You've been hornswoggled. You've been bamboozled. Stop. 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 Stop it. Hear me out. Just hear me out. This is not the mining vehicle that you want. This half-assed rehash of the existing mining rock is not what you want. You want a better mining vehicle. You want a greater mining vehicle. And there is one in the lore that you deserve as a miner that CIG has yet to deliver. And this is not it. This is low effort. Here's what you want. The Greycat Crab 9000 mining thingy. And you know what the best part of this is? CIG has already built this. This is already going to be in Squadron 42. We've seen it in Squadron 42. It hangs around the mining station where John Rhys Davies lives. I forget the name of it right now off the top of my head. Now you might be saying, that would be kind of a cool idea, Minion, but how the hell am I supposed to use it? It doesn't really have very sizable engines, if there are any indeed, on it. So how am I supposed to get it around? How am I supposed to move it from a station to an asteroid field in order to mine? Yeah, I like it. It's a really cool vehicle. But you're the guy who's always talking about the practicality of things. How the hell am I supposed to get that to somewhere where I can use it? No problem, because CIG has already got you covered in that department as well. Remember the Argo SRV, short for Stevie Ray Vaughan? Remember this thing when they sold it? A whole bunch of people bought this and they were looking forward to this. Now you've got a vehicle capable of towing another vehicle in quantum to a location, dropping it off and then picking it up. Think about it. As a mining operation, you could drop 3 or 4 of these things off in an asteroid field and be shuttling them back to the station to unload their goods as an organization, as a corporation within Star Citizen. Using these two things in tandem would probably be amazing, and you would be able to get these 2 vehicles that you've already pledged and promised to the community out there that much sooner, rather than just going, hey, why don't we just make another version of the Rock with a seat on the outside this time? Who asked for that? Seriously. If you're going to make a mining vehicle dependent on having another person around in order to make the mining basically work, this is what you ought to be putting in the game. And you've already promised one of them and built the other. They're already there. They're in the game files. And I'm sure letting us have access to the Greycat Crab 9000 mining amazing vehicle is not going to spoil the plot or any of the great reveals that are coming in Squadron 42. So, what are you doing? Stop and really think about this. No, I'm serious. Stop and really think about this. You might be looking at the SRV and you might be thinking, well, that looks kind of familiar. I think I've seen that somewhere before. Argo Mole. You have most of the assets for this built already. This is like low-hanging fruit, and this is something that we do need in the universe that players can use. Certainly that tractor beam function helping get larger ships up from the surface of a planet, giving players a reason to interact and do business with each other in the game. Oh, we don't want that in the game, especially a ship that we've already partially, built. What are you thinking? We're going to actually put something in the game that players might actually have a reason to interact with other players with? no, that's dumb. This should already be here. You already have the mole. Why did you make a second Greycat? like, what was the thought process behind that? I would love to know. I really, really would. What was the justification? It's like, I really want to do just another Greycat. Yeah, that sounds like a great idea. What a great way to use development and art time. Making a second version of something. And arguably, since you can already mine far better with a spaceship that can take the goods from point A to point B, you don't really need in the first place. I mean, it's really not, like, the Greycat itself is not all that justifiable when for just a little bit extra money, you can actually get a ship that does like 4 times the job. And Super Space Crab 9000, you've already built it. It's already in the game. You've shown it to us. You've been showing it to us for years. Like, literally for years. Like, that design, I believe, is what, at this point, 6 years old? And it has been in, like, varying states of completion for 6 years? Seriously, miners, you know you want this. Stand up for yourselves. Don't let a pirate do it for you.
Thank you for watching. So if you want to keep up with the latest and greatest in Star Citizen and Squadron 42's development, please follow us on our social media channels. See you soon.